Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a tour of my home all decorated for spring. As part of this tour, I'm actually going to show you completely through the main floor of my home. I won't share with you in this video the top level of my home where most of our bedrooms are. I haven't actually done much decorating up there at this point. We have baby coming and I guess I haven't really got around to doing too much up there, but I have done quite a bit on the main floor of our home. So I thought I would take the opportunity to give you a full tour, especially since I've had a few requests for home tours recently. I will take the opportunity to say that my home is lived in and it is not perfect. I certainly did tidy up before filming this video, but I do have spaces like a craft room on the main floor of my home. And if any of you have craft rooms as well, you certainly know that they are never perfectly tidy. But despite that, I'm still going to show you around and you'll see that there are parts that are pretty neat and pretty well decorated, and there are parts that are less so, and that is just how it goes in people's homes. Just remember that what you see on YouTube and on social media is just a snapshot of perfect portions of people's lives. It is not the behind the scenes. So without further ado, let me show you through my home, all decorated for spring in 2019. So let's start off on my front porch. I just recently replaced my doormats because I don't know about you, but I find winter absolutely destroys them for me. And then this absolutely gorgeous wreath was actually made by my mother, who has an Etsy store where she sells wreaths. So I'll link that in the description box below. But I love the bright pop of color it adds. And then heading inside, this is the main foyer of my home. And then turning back around, this is the sort of front vestibule entryway area of my home. I've just done a little bit of decorating in here with this cute little bunny holding a welcome sign. And then on the other side, I have the bunny with glasses pillow that I purchased last year. And then looking back on the front entry from the foyer. Turning around on the right of the entry, we have my dining room. I showed this to you a little bit in my spring tablescape video, but this is the rest of the room. I love this gallery wall above my buffet, and I've just done a little bit of decorating on top with a spring sign, as well as a bunny I purchased at Kirkland's last year. And then this is the built-in corner shelf in my dining room. I've added some lemons for a pop of yellow, as well as this bunny, which I picked up at Pier 1 last year. And then I made this wreath myself, and this is hanging on the mirror at the back of the room. I love how there's little pops of yellow all around the room that just pull it together really nicely. And then back in the front foyer, we have this little hallway which leads to the back door of our house. I'll show you this mudroom area in a second, but to the left we have baby girl's nursery. She has her own bathroom in here. It's actually the space we kind of use as our powder room, but it will also be her own bathroom. And I've just done a little bit of decorating in here for Easter since you saw the tour of her room last week. I've added this really cute little bunny on the chair, as well as this fairy garden that I DIY'd myself. I've also got a cute little pillow in the crib. Don't worry, I won't leave this in here when she's sleeping in here. And then finally, this adorable bunny on her bookshelf. And then heading back out into the back portion of our house, we have our basement and laundry. And then turning around, this is the back mudroom area. I actually did a video completely covering how I decorated this, so I will link that in the cards as well as in the description box below. But I've basically just added this Easter wreath here on the back door. And then off the back entry, we have our kitchen. Now, this is no Instagram worthy kitchen. It's quite dated, but I do the best I can to decorate it in a pretty way. I've added these signs on little easels around the kitchen, and they actually use them to hide PowerPoints and cords in the kitchen, which I find really tidies things up. In a previous video, I also shared how I made these hanging pots around my window, so I will also link that video. And then over here is the coffee bar, and I've done the same thing with a lemon print to hide the PowerPoints in this area. The great thing about this kitchen is it gets tons of light, so I grow a heap of plants in here, and I love how much that brightens things up. So again, back in the front foyer, and on the other side across from the dining room is our living room. I shared a video of how I decorated this wall around my TV space and made these shelves, so I'll also link that, but I've just added a couple of spring touches to it with the lemons, as well as some extra plants, and the straw piggy, which I showed you in my Easter home tour from last year. And I still think he is so cute. And then I've switched out my cushions to more spring floral cushions. I have lots of plants in here as well because I just love the life they add to a home. And then off of the living room is a sunroom. And this space I have set up as an office where I do all of the editing for these videos, as well as a craft room. I also share this space with my mother when she's visiting, where she creates all of her beautiful wreaths. So that basically concludes the tour of my home. So we're just walking back out through the living room space now, into the front foyer and out through our main entry area. So thank you for joining me today on a tour of the main floor of my home. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I've decorated it for spring. If you did, I would love if you could give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below if you'd like to join my little community here and get notifications whenever I post a new video, which is generally once a week. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye.